Good morning. Got Team Schindel and Alberti along with mile marker, me, if you haven't figured it out. Just had a great breakfast at the Huckleberry Inn at Government Camp just at the base of Mount Hood, getting ready for an adventure over the next day and a half. Anything to say, H?
No.
John?
See you on the summit.
Giddy up.
Mile marker taking us to the base camp. And there's the summit.
We're walking to the gear inspection. There it is. It's 9:40. Do gear inspection orientation at 10. Give us some time to put some sunscreen on and stare in awe. So we just had the orientation with Max, gear inspection, gear distribution. John is somewhere still in there. We got 10 minutes to rally. Dumping off the stuff we don't need for training. Just bring the technical gear. Just walking to the training area. There's Timberline Lodge. Home of Here's Johnny. We got the ice axe now.
One quick visual to kind of explain what I was trying to get you all to do over there with your stride. And if you look back at your track, you should be able to draw a straight line that connects the toes of your left and right boot placements. Does that make sense? It's these like very symmetrical, even, regular steps.
All right, we just did the T-step.
To the not first stage, and then
Just did the T-step going up and down, and again, that's steep.
Give me a little slack.
stretch it out a little bit.
Give me a little slack.
He needs a little slack.
Look at that.
Beautiful. And then so you guys can look at your positions right now and be like, am I below my knot? Is there slack in the system? Am I in balance? Those are like the three things we care about right now.
On purpose.
I'm glad we got separate guides.
Cut the rope.
I don't have to smell David's farts. And I don't have H coming into me.
Monkey in the middle. Finishing up the Mount Hood training with Max. Some great techniques. Mount Hood is definitely different than Rainier from a few days ago. One of the key things was the way we hold the ice axe in the self-belay mode. Use the tip to help us climb rather than the self-belay mode. And then also there's a couple more steep ascents on here, so a little bit more technical and about a 60-meter section towards its summit. So we practiced some T-steps going up and down, and then also using the rope to rappel. But great few hours, you know, and focus on skills, build confidence. More to follow. Now we're just got a little saunter back down to the lodge. Try and get something to eat, finish up the gear, and go to sleep.
And then upper body is going to be t-shirt, sun hoodie, and then like some mid-weight level layers on top of that. You're like puffy or something. It's not really like those fleeces you have. And then I will show up with my big parka on because this is going to be cold. Okay. And we're going to start cold, and there's no point in like making yourself colder than you have to. Typically my strategy is walk for about 5 minutes out of the snowcat, and then we'll get warm. And then at that point, we can stop real quick, shove the jacket away, and carry on. And some nights it's cold, and you just never get there. You're like, oh, it's really cold. I'm just going to leave this thing on. That's usually common. It's what we do. For the gloves, probably your medium glove is the one to use.
This one?
I forget exactly your
This was it.
That's when you get the
Yeah.
Dry those things out well, and then starting out
I have that.
overknit thing.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna bring that. I meant I have
Or
like
like the heavier gloves.
yeah.
I would just start in those.
Yeah.
If your hands get really hot, you can throttle down the thing.
Timberline Mountain Guides, to the world headquarters of the Timberline Mountain Guides. 10 after 11, the night of the hike. Eating, getting dressed. We'll SP in a few minutes once H gets his girdle on. Just about to depart the cabin. 11:30 in the morning, 11:30 at night, as you were. All right, walking to the rally point. See the groomers on the slopes up there.
Be mindful of the latch here. Watch your straps. See you at the top. Thanks.
On the Snowcat Assist. There's the Snowcat Assist. As far as we're going. Crampons on. Quick temperature break. Started out warm and wimpy. Shedded a layer. Break. About 2:50 in the morning.
200 feet shy of where they normally do.
Yeah.
Because there's some
Jump.
room to jump.
So,
So they don't wanna
looks like
mess
there's
up.
some light up there.
It was somewhere in between the low point.
And
When you heard the other guy go bummer,
Yeah.
there's the
that's not what you want to hear.
down below.
The owner of the company, he's
Back up.
been back.
All right,
Yeah.
we're at the last break for the summit. There's a route that requires some roping. All right, making good progress. Yeah, making good progress. Feeling pretty good. Slow and steady. All right, here's H coming up.
David attempting the summit. Looks like he's gonna make it. H is right behind him. Man. Looking like a pro.
Made it to the summit of Mount Hood. Yeah, this is a little bit more technical than Rainier. Fortunately, we had some great guides to pull us up the mountain. Max, Colin, and Ben. Super. So, but as H says, getting to the summit is optional, getting down is mandatory. Speaking of H, there's H. So behind those clouds is Mount Rainier, and there's Mount Adams.
Yeah, baby.
What do you say, H? Okay. That is a cool pyramid shadow. Wow. All right. Getting the line placed. Nice. Taking a pause, Getting the last line placed. Going down. All right, he's planting the last stake.
Well, it's just like there's some
So
here
we can
side to side.
down climb very efficiently. No,
There's some here side to side play. And anytime they step to the left or the right, pull it to the left or the right a little bit. It's kind of just built in, unfortunately. It's one of the drawbacks of this system.
I'm digging this system. What do you say, John?
Giddy up.
Okay. We're at Crater Rock. You can see the sulfur gas coming out. Man of few words. That's the chute. Look right to put the ice axe away. That's where we came from. Beautiful ridge line. And let's see, there's Timberline Lodge. And on the near side is the PCT. All right, that's where we came from. Coming down. Running into some skiers. And this is a break where we were able to take our helmets off, harnesses, and shed a layer, but put the sunscreen on and sunglasses. Okay. The few times I'm able to video and walk at the same time. Just going up and coming down. You're roped in, got the ice axe, concentrate on footing. Taking pictures is the last thing I'm thinking about. It's just so peaceful taking the victory lap, if you will. Wide open. Mountains. Peace. Yeah. Great climb. Right, there's H and John way back there. I'm sure H is going to complain about me leaving him again and trying to suck up to the guide, but anyways, par for the course. There's H and John. We got to check H's brake fluid level. He might have ran out. Just a few more minutes while I'm still in full kit, although took the crampons and harness and helmet off, but a few minutes left on the trail to get to Timberline Lodge. It seems like every high point I do these days, it's always the toughest. Well, this was definitely more technically challenging than Rainier. Rainier definitely more physically demanding. So, what a great day. See, we started going up at 1, got out around 2, and it's a little bit after 10:30. So, made pretty good time. More to follow. Mile 2098 on the Pacific Crest Trail. Heading Sobo. Yeah, I'll be on this trail again, but going northbound. Let me flip it over. All right, here's PCT. Heading into Timberline. Next time I won't be wearing Koflatch boots on this thing. My gosh. PCT is not designed for Koflatch boots. Giddy up. Great views, great day. Okay, finishing up our Mount Hood expedition with John and H. Closing comments from John.
We started this talk in September of 24, and here we are. We've completed the mission, and it was an awesome experience.
And H, the quiet protagonist.
It was a great alpine climb. Of the 46 state high points that we've done, I think it was the most challenging technically. We did go with the guide service, and it was a great thing. Very interesting, just all the way around, the ups and the downs. Anyway, it was a good hike.
Great hike, and we're closing out here at Cascade Locks. We got the Bridge of the Gods. PCT goes across it over the Columbia River between Oregon and Washington. So more to follow in future activities. Signing out.